It is going to happen in our lifetime. We're finally going to get a Sword Art Online virtual reality MMORPG. And I've got to say, holy shit, it's actually happening. We got fucking like a big fucking VR MMO actually going on right now. And I've got to say, let's talk about Sword Art Online at the beginning. So, just to let you know, this is still, like, alpha tests haven't even begun for this thing yet, but they're actually, like, it's being, like, powered by a cloud-based service, and also as well, I believe there's, like, IBO, I believe there was, like, something that was, announced on it, but there's an actual full-out trailer that showed off, you know, parts of the anime, and also as well, showing off extremely early, like, coding, and showing off, like, exactly what kind of the models are going to be designed, and if you actually look at the content itself, you get to see that we're going to see the early parts of the town from what we've seen from the first bit of Aincrad Online, where we get to see, you know, where Kirito and his friends actually hang out, and we also as well get to see that monster that we see in the opening, and also as well in the first episode of the anime, that weird, like, see the Minotaur kind of looking motherfucker. And honestly, like, I feel like this is a great idea. Like, honestly, what they've kind of gotten planned at the moment is, like, the current technology that we have, you know, if you have, like, giant headsets and all that, you just, like, put on, like, your Oculus Rift, going through there, and you actually go throughout the entire, or your Samsung, like, you know, all the kinds of one that you can have. You go through that, you go absolutely through it. Now, here's the thing, though, where it comes to this stuff, like, people don't actually take into considerations. You need a beast, and I mean an absolute beast of a rig to even get most of this stuff, because when you have like a setup like this, like an actual setup like this, like if we're talking about like an actual like Oculus Rift, that takes a lot on your actual like hardware, on your computer itself. So you need a beast to even take it, and to have something like, you know, like a virtual reality like MMO like that going off in there, then, you know, that's going to take a lot. And I'm imagining that it's going to be probably from like first person perspective, so you feel like, yeah, I'm in the series, like, woo, like that. Or maybe we don't know too much yet, but maybe they have been experimenting like with this for a while, because, you know, we've had numerous of like Sword Art Online games as we had. We had a bunch of like the Vita and like the PSP, and then also as well we had the current one, which is Lost Song. Now, I don't know anything too much about Lost Song, whether or not it's good or not, but I have been like playing a game recently that kind of has that sort of virtual reality experience recently, as I've been playing the Digimon Cyber Sleuth game, which is actually goddamn fucking good, and I'd recommend anyone that actually like loves Digimon, or even just loves a good RPG like Persona, because it has so many Persona vibes, to get it. There's a few little issues with it here and there, like actual leveling like is a bit weird out, like some parts were like just high out, ridiculously high battle, and then the next minute it's like, oh, it's like a piss, like, you know, piece of piss, like going through this. So, you know, there's a lot of, you know, issues with it, but even still, like, that has the same situation where you like have this virtual reality place known as Eden, and then also you have the Aincrad stuff. Honestly, like, I was kind of like seeing throughout the entire video, it's like, man, I kind of wish they actually used Nervegears, but then I think people be a little too scared to actually either try it on if you had to put all the dumb like Nervegear on there. But honestly, that's the whole thing about the game, because obviously you're going to be in real life and all that, and you're going to have a bit of immersion where you're going to be like turning around and stuff like that. We're still way off, like, we're very, like, in the early stages where we get Oculus Rift, and, like, the PlayStation 4, like, reality, like, stuff that's coming out, like, Sony, like, VR, like, that's coming out soon, like that. That's very early into this, like, this is very brand new technology that's coming out into the marketplace. Although we've had, like, seen a bunch of dev kits, and you've seen, like, a bunch of people do dumb videos, like, going, whoa, I'm in immersion, like that. Like, this, even still, this technology is very young. It's a very young piece of tech, and it hasn't had its full capability brought out to it yet. And this is the thing where it's like, I'm not too sure on it, like, going on to it, like, because I feel like if you want to really master something like this, you're going to need, like, one of those massive spears and stuff like that to have the, like, immersion going for it, or, like, one of the other things, like, as well as, like, you're going to have to use something like Nervegear, where it does, like, shut down, like, body motor kind of stuff, like, going on to it, like, and go at it and go, yeah, I'm swinging my sword, I'm a badass, ooh, like that. Like, you got stuff, although I think people will be a bit nervous, like I said earlier, that, you know, I don't want to use the Nervegear too much, you know, I see what that does with the anime, that's kind of scary. But it's like, honestly, since it's become the beginning, that kind of hints as well that they definitely want to do more with this if it comes out later. And, you know, it is coming out around about March time for, like, alpha testing and stuff. So this is going to be a while. We ain't, like, if we're going to see this on the market, it ain't going to be for a while. It's going to be for, like, maybe sometime, like, it'd be really cool if, like, Sony picks this up and saying, yeah, we're actually going to work with this stuff like that. Since, like, all, like, the Sword Art Online games have come out on Sony, although third party, they're still, like, we could do do something with this. Yeah, we could do something. Like imagine that, like, in one of the next big E3s, it's like, oh yeah, we're going to announce, like, you know, just one of the things that we got, you know, the PlayStation VR. Oh, by the way, and all that, like, as we're announcing a couple of games for it, here's some of the shit we got, like a big virtual reality, like, based off a popular anime series, and it looks absolutely beautiful like that. Like, that'd be great. Say what you want about the Sword Art Online's actual story itself, but I don't think anyone would give a fuck at that point, because you're in a VR, like, MMO. Like, that'd be fucking cool. That'd be awesome. You can go around swinging, like, you know, like two-swording character. Honestly, I think I'd be more of the, like, tank guy. I want to be a big axe, like, swinging around, kind of stuff like that. Like, that'd be really cool. Or, like, someone with a bow. I don't know if people use bows in Aincrad, but it's, like, even still, it's, like, something like that is, like, hey, if it works, Alpha, you can fly that time. That'd be fucking awesome flying around. Or, hey, Gun Gale Online. You don't like, you know, action, kind of, like, big, like, fantasy stuff like that. Here you go. Here's a shooter. Like, shooters, I've been needing to, like, if I could play something like Overwatch with like a VR headset like that, that'd be cool. I'd love that, because like that, like, I feel like Overwatch is like a kind of game that does, like, kind of needs something like that. And, you know, by the way, fucking Overwatch, I played the beta. That game is fucking solid, by the way. But it's like, that's what we need. So overall, what do you guys think of this whole big news that's happening right now? Because Jesus Christ, I'm excited for this stuff. This is gonna be awesome. Like, if that actually comes out, and it comes out over here, and if it's handled correctly, which, you know, like, most of the Sword Art Online games and all that are a bit, like, okay. Like, I haven't played Lost Song, and I haven't played, like, one of the Vita games, so I'm not particularly too sure, so you guys are gonna have to answer it. But I played stuff like, you know, like Cyber Sleuth, and that's fucking badass, so I know, like, some stuff, and honestly, it's like, I think it's going to be handled with great care. This is definitely a big project, so they definitely want to do something, but I think story's going to be the last thing they're going to be concerned with in this here. I think they just want to make it work and have, like, monsters going around and make sure it doesn't, like, drop frames, so it's like 60 frames and stuff like that. So let me know in the comments section down below, but that is all from me. I'm pretty excited about this. Yeah, beta, like, out of the test should come out around about, like, March time, I believe they said, and just check out the trailer itself. It's pretty goddamn awesome. But that's all from me, so thank you much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.